And we continue, and just to give an update on something we discussed earlier, the fly is still alive. It has not been captured as of yet. But I'm sure if it is captured, Bucky will handle the fly humanely and turn it loose, give it its freedom, and not perhaps a death sentence as we're used to. Put that microphone down. Your headset works better when that's down. Welcome back, Trailblazers Courtside. Summer League continues in Las Vegas tomorrow. And by the way, the game is going to be live right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Blazers taking on San Antonio. And a guy who, Buck's taking off his flip-flop. It's getting serious in here. Casey Holdahl will be there. We'll be there as well as the Blazers will take on San Antonio tomorrow. Casey joins us now from Vegas. Case, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, Mike. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Have you spent much time hanging out in the casino, smoking cigarettes, all that stuff you like to do?
I've been taking it easy on the cigarettes. I'm actually more into cigars nowadays.
Oh,
so, cigars and vaping are my real big ways that I plan on killing myself here in Las Vegas. So.
Right. Got to be somewhat fun, though. You know, and I mean, when you have change in a summer like the Blazers have had, Summer League becomes a little more relevant than maybe it was the last couple of years. This year certainly is that, and it's been a fun team to watch, and the style they play. Last night, maybe the best example. Well, second half of Boston, too. But this fun team to be around at the Summer League so far, and what have you learned?
Absolutely. You know, they are fun, but they're also a bit workmanlike as well. You know, and like you said, Mike, it's a young team, you know, and I think probably, you know, these guys know that, you know, there might be a roster spot or two available on the regular season roster. And I think you're seeing a level of focus and kind of attention to detail that maybe you don't always see at a Summer League because of the fact that, you know, there are guys on this team who feel like they have a shot to make the regular season roster. And I mean, if we've seen, there's been guys been signed. Obviously, Luis Montero gets signed. Tim Frazier, who I know you guys had on earlier, is kind of still a question mark about making a team, even though I'm almost positive he's going to make the regular season roster. So I think that and the youth and bringing in young guys who are new to the team, like Noah Vonleh and Pat Connaughton, kind of it gives it a little more interest for the fans and for the players. And I think you're right, Mike. It's the fact that, well, a week or two before kind of the team started making trades, you look at the Summer League roster and basically, you know, it's Tim Frazier and Alan Crabb, and then a bunch of guys you kind of assume, well, they're not going to be on the roster. Then they make some trades. Obviously, they bring in Pat, they bring in Noah, and all of a sudden you have a Summer League roster team that has players on it that, you know, are probably going to be a part of the rotation from the regular season. So it makes it interesting to get a chance to see those guys firsthand, particularly a guy like Vonleh, who, you know, we didn't really get to see in the regular season last year anyways. So there's a lot of elements that you know, we haven't seen, like you said, Mike, in the past couple years in Summer League, and it definitely makes it a lot more fun to cover, a lot more fun to watch, and I hope people are enjoying it because I think it's been a good run so far.
In the past, they've sometimes on days off had a scrimmage game or they practice. What did the Blazers do today?
I don't think they had a scrimmage. I know that I think they just worked out, did some H&P stuff. They also had a Players Association meeting, I'm pretty sure. So at least the guys who are on rosters and who are signed, I believe, had to go to those. I actually signed up for Snapchat today because I heard, obviously, the team that Pat Connaughton was going to be running the team Snapchat. So that's how I know what they did today, Mike, is because I've been following along with Pat and kind of taking pictures and posting video about what the team's done. He had some shots of them, you know, working out together and being in the training room. You know, you saw Alan Crabb had the Normatec on. So I think today was more of a recovery. It's possible that some of the guys who are just on the Summer League roster might have played a scrimmage, because you're right, Mike. And a lot of times they have those scrimmages so teams get a chance to see other players, and so guys who maybe don't get to play as much get their faces out there a bit. Guys are looking for contracts. Summer League invites, even, you know, contracts in Europe. So, but as far as I know, they didn't do anything. Because, I mean, and it was the second day they played a back-to-back, and you know, even at Summer League, a back-to-back is still a back-to-back. So,
right.
I don't think they did a ton, but I know they kind of did some general off-day stuff to get ready for the game tomorrow.
I asked Tim about this, Casey, but, you know, what has it meant to have Lillard and CJ and Myers and those guys on the bench during these games? And they weren't required to. A lot of regulars from the NBA you will not see on their team's bench at Summer League, especially an all-star in Damian Lillard. What has it meant to the guys maybe to see his support and the effort perhaps to build some chemistry with some of these guys and just to show his interest and to give his, and it sounds silly, but just to give his support to these guys?
Absolutely. I think one, it kind of, as we all know, the team is going through some changes and leadership. That's going to kind of be something that guys like Damian and CJ and Myers have to take on. And, it starts now. These are the first chance to get to know some of these guys you're going to be playing with next season. And, it makes sense to be there and to be around the team and to learn about them as people and to get on the court a little bit with them and kind of see what they're about. Also, I think if you're a guy on the team and, Damian Lillard sitting courtside watching the game, I think you probably want to you want to play better because, you don't want to be, looking like you're kind of dogging it in front of a guy who's a two-time All-Star who's going to be the captain of your team, who you're going to be playing with, who is going to expect something from you. And that goes for CJ and Myers as well. So I think it kind of raises everyone's level, both from a practice perspective and from, no one wants to look dumb in front of, all-star players. And I think, having those guys around, it's good for their mentality. I think it kind of sets the tone for the team that, hey, this is serious business, and it's summer league, and we're having some fun, and it's kind of a low stress environment, but it's still important. They're out here for a reason, which is to kind of start building on what they need to do next year. And just with all the roster changes and so on and so forth, those kind of elements take on a much bigger importance in a year like this than maybe they would have in the past couple of years, where you had a whole bunch of veterans coming back. The guys, guys like Myers, guys like CJ, good players, aren't playing a whole lot anyways. Now you've basically got a wide open race for minutes next year, and it starts in summer league, and seeing the veteran guys. It's kind of funny to call those guys veterans, but they are the veterans on this team now, and seeing them there kind of sets that tone that we're watching, and there's an expectation that we don't, while everyone else might be writing the Trailblazers off already for next season, I mean, the guys on the team, that's not how NBA players work, at least not good ones. And so they want it to be known that, we're watching you guys, and have some fun, play good basketball, but also be cognizant that you need to make some strides right now, and we want to see those strides.
Now, is Lillard going around to all the young guys and trying to sell his new rap record?
I think they'll probably get free copies, Mike. I think that'll be one of the fringe benefits of playing alongside Damian Lillard, is that you might get a few iTunes tracks for free. But yeah, it's on SoundCloud as well, so you can get it from there. But I have seen quite a few guys, mention it today. I saw that CJ was offering his services as a guy to maybe sing some hooks or some melodies, which I don't know if CJ's really got those chops necessarily, but hey, the more the merrier, and that kind of stuff too.
I heard it today. It sounds pretty good for a rap record.
It's not bad at all, and I'm assuming that it's probably not your exact cup of tea, Mike, right?
Right.
Exactly. You have an open mind to it, and I know you're a worldly gentleman, Mike, and a purveyor of the arts. So I'm sure that you can appreciate it for those values, Mike.
Yes, and also alert the Strip in Las Vegas that Mike Rice is coming to town in the morning. So
they already know. Actually,
okay.
I've heard mention of it around the tables.
They'll dim the lights, perhaps. Yes. Casey, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. We should be there by the time the game starts. Blazers in San Antonio. So thanks for the update from Vegas, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, guys. Look forward to seeing you.
All right, Casey Holdahl. You can always check out his stuff at forwardcenter.net. It's terrific stuff, and he's logging some stuff from Las Vegas. Always good stuff, always behind the scenes, and he will continue to keep you updated throughout Summer League and the rest of the summer as well. No days off in the NBA, even though it would seem like it.
No.
Well, you get a lot of days off, but you've been around a while. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more here on Trailblazers Courtside on Comcast Sportsnet right after this.